we begin with new information about two people involved in a drugstore shooting in Norfolk. Police say Benal Duval Ben fired the shot that killed Ramon, Colorado. 10 on your sides, Ann McNamara is live. And Ann, you talked to Ben, so what's his story?
Well, his story is that Ramon, Colorado shot first, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, this Rite Aid, 2 o'clock yesterday, police answered to a call for gunshots. It was inside the store. Now, police say what happened was both Ben and Colorado were in line in the store. We're told by Ben it was at the pharmacy line. They were both waiting for their medication. We're told that Ben accused Colorado of cutting the line, and then we're told that a verbal altercation started, and that escalated into a bigger fight, and eventually gunshots were fired. Now, what Ben tells us was that at first he was pepper sprayed, and that's what police say also, that Colorado pepper sprayed him in that verbal altercation. Then he says Colorado went down an aisle. Ben alleges that Colorado was taunting him, saying, "Do you want more?" He was trying to get away from him, according to Ben. Ben says he went down the aisle, and there Colorado was, and he said because of the pepper spray, he wasn't so sure about what was going on. Take a listen.
I proceed around, where my keys at, slowly, can't really see, don't want to run into him, but he's over there. When I turn and get around the corner, he's there. So when I see him, I'm looking, I see something in his hand. It don't look like that pepper spray. So I said, "Sir, put that gun down, sir." You know what I'm saying? That's when I point my gun at him. "Put that gun down, sir." The gentleman that we were talking about spun around and proceeded to fire at me. When he proceeded to fire at me, I fired back.
There, the difference between the police's story saying that Ben shot first and the difference between Ben's story saying that the victim, Colorado, shot first. Now, that's the story from Ben. He says he did he wasn't able to see either way. So he said, again, Colorado shot first. That's what he says. Police think differently. Of course, he is charged with murder. And as for the victim in this case, Ramon, Colorado, he's pretty well known in this area, not because of what he did in person, but more so because of what he did online. He is known by the alias Norfolk Dirt online. A lot of people knew him by that. He was known to post maybe some controversial comments. He was also known to post things maybe some people didn't like. He truly spoke his mind. And people who knew him said that a lot of people liked him for it, a lot of people didn't like him for it, but either way, that was Ramon, and he spoke what he said what he wanted to, and his friend that we spoke with this evening said he admired that about Ramon, Colorado, and he wanted us to share that with you. Live in Norfolk, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
And as far as the story about the shooting, it just depends on who saw what. We have two different stories from two different sources. Ann McNamara live outside that drugstore.